want people to remember from your performance?
Be nice to one another. Fucking be nice because no one's nice anymore.
Yeah.
Is it going?
Yes.
This is Scream One Night 4, and today I'm gonna interview. Okay, I feel embarrassed now. Okay, I'm gonna interview hella band. Okay, I can interview like one band and a bunch of people and see what they say about tonight, and hopefully it's super fun and awesome. And
Right, of course.
I'm scared. Okay, this is my first time ever doing something like this. Okay, let's go. Let's look at Carl.
Okay. Go.
What's everyone's names?
I'm Sophia. I'm Junie.
And how long have you guys been going to shows?
Let's say like not even a year, maybe like 4 months.
Okay, don't know. 2 years. Well, I
Almost
think
3 years. Actually, over 3 years. Yeah.
And what's your favorite memory going to shows?
Probably just like making like new friends and like just the vibes in general and like the food.
I would say a sense of community. Like, I've created, I'd say maybe hopefully lifelong friends here. And also, I just feel like when you're at a show, it's like you're all just one big family. Like, even if it's just for the
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very accepting.
Yeah.
It's a community.
Yeah, it's a great community. I love connecting with people through the music and the scene.
Okay. And is there any band that you think is like really brought like I forgot the word, but is there any band that you really love to see? Like they bring a lot to the stage?
Baby on a Rampage, Lost Ratas, Fatale, 519, Four Winds Away, Bow Wow, Fall of the King, and all the Bay Area shows.
I'm gonna say Mugslug. They're not super hardcore, but their audience is always very fun to be in. Everybody knows all their lyrics and stuff.
Yeah,
And Placeholder. I fucking love Placeholder.
Yeah, I was gonna say Placeholder. R.I.P. with open arms. I love with open arms.
Forever and Always.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And I know you guys already spoke about it a little bit, but do you think being in the scene has given you like a sense of community?
Yes.
And community? I mean, no, sense of identity or community?
Yes. I meant this one through shows.
Yeah, I would say though that like there's some people who aren't as accepting and like they call people poser for just like trying to figure out themselves.
Yeah.
I think that has to stop.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. What's your What's your guys' name?
I'm Isaac.
I'm Keith. And I'm Ethan.
Yes. Okay. How long have you been going to shows?
I've been going to shows since late 2023.
It's been like 2 years.
Like 2 years.
Okay. What's your favorite memory?
In general?
Like from going to shows?
We had this one really snack show in Stego, and all the homies, the homegirl that got me into my band and introduced me to my friends that got me into this and shit, that was her first show and it was hella packed. And that was just a good ass memory, hella good vibes and shit. So many people there, so many faces. Also, there was a summer show, at the summer show, that shit was so fire. Free food, there was burgers, weenies. That shit was so fire. Also, more faces. I love the people, man. The community here is fire.
The best memories also Staples show. It was super packed. It was like July 2024, and everyone was right here. That's how packed it was.
Jesus.
It was pretty lit.
Okay.
I was I got like pushed and like hit really hard against the fence, like the back of my head,
Oh.
and like I like blacked out for a second. And I had like on my head.
I need to tell the whole truth until I find someone.
And is there any band that you really like to see, like you think brings a really good show?
I want to see Hong Kong Buck. Hong Kong Buck. Hong Kong Buck. Hong Kong Buck is so fire. How many bases are there?
3 bases.
I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, Hong Kong Cook is one of the good one. Another one I like to see from time to time is Koyo. I'll always rep their shit. I'm not wearing their shit right now, but I love them.
Masculine Maniacs again too.
Dude, I want to see Dissociation.
I know, I'm a big fan of Association too.
Big ass truck.
Downvote.
Downvote that.
I saw them once.
And
Bitch.
I got one ticket.
Bitch.
I got the last ticket.
Fuck you, nigga.
and do you, get it out. Okay, and do you think you've been able to find a sense of community or like identity while being in the scene?
Yes.
Man,
This is where I am.
I don't even know this nigga. This one of the bros, right? This is one of the bros for real. Look at bro.
Look at it, man. Take a look
My
at it.
Filipino Mexican brother, man.
Ooh, yes.
Who you might meet? I said what? That's great. You never know who you might meet, bro. Also out here, I see niggas from fucking middle school at shows and shit, bro. At your house, matter of fact, I see the nigga from my middle school at your house. That fucking the first show I ever played there at your house and shit. That shit was fire. They was
Okay.
like, oh, I see you there. I was like, yeah. See me. Yo, why didn't nobody tell me my collar was fucked up? I'm still mad about that. Shout out the Halloween show, that shit was fire.
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Oh, hi guys. So I'm actually a vampire. That's why I'm not showing up.
Exactly.
You know how it is. You know how it is.
What's your name?
Hi, my name is Amina.
What made you want to like sell things at shows and stuff like that? Or just like create your own stuff?
Let me think. Okay, so I've been doing beadwork since I was 15. I had a homegirl at the time that started teaching me how to do candy stars. That was like the first pattern I ever learned how to do. And then slowly I started to learn how to like make candy chains, candy cups, candy lighters. But before that, I had always been like doing beadwork and like super interested in that. And it's also some of my beadwork started as like specifically indigenous beadwork styles. Like it wasn't originally as simple as it is now. But I kind of changed stuff up because I wanted to make a little bit more like gothic inspired things.
Yeah.
And I think it goes well so far, I think.
And how long have you been vendoring at shows, just in general?
Okay, so for shows, I've been doing this for about, I believe I'm coming up on a year now, I think.
And what's your favorite memory of like vendoring, or like, is there any favorite customer you've had?
Oh my goodness. Okay, my favorite memory is since we're at Screamo Nights. This is the 4th Screamo Night. One of the first like major, or like not maybe one of the first, but like one of the times that I was like so happy with just how everything turned out, like how my setup turned out, how sales went, how people were liking things, was the first Screamo Night. That first Screamo Night was so fun. It was like all my homies were there, everybody was there, and it was just such a good time. And
I think about those memories. Like if I'm having a bad day, I think about that specific memory along with others, as well as like specifically like vending at goth nights. Goth nights are so fun for me, and I love doing it. I love being around my friends. And I love just spending time with like people that I care about, and I feel like this is kind of an excuse to do that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a reason. But yeah, I think definitely the first Screamo night and goth nights have been some of the best times for me.
Thank you. And oh no, is there any bands that you really love to see, like you think really bring a good performance to the shows?
Oh my god. Okay, this is such a good question. I think personally, I've always loved Iron Front. I've always loved Iron Front. Iron Front is my go-to, and kind of what got me like really interested in. I want to say the scene specifically. I think so. I love Iron Front, and obviously Black, White, Red, and Red all over.
Yes.
That's literally who we have to rep all the time. Like obviously, and there's so many more bands that I love and enjoy, and I love their sets. But I'm just drawing a fat blank right now. So thank you to all the bands that show up and perform, and thank you to everyone that puts so much effort into these shows and puts them together and helps coordinate and helps organize. Thank you so much.
And do you think you've been able to find a sense of identity and community within like shows and going to shows and selling things?
For sure. I think that, this all kind of started as like a hobby for me. It all kind of started as just something fun for me to do. And I think it really turned into something that I could do just to make myself feel better. And so to kind of have that out for everyone to see, and to be out and see people wearing my stuff, as we were talking about earlier, to just see people like wearing my stuff, it makes me feel kind of whole in a way. It makes me feel complete. For sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Seraphin.
And how long have you been going to shows?
Almost 3 years.
What's your favorite memory from going to shows?
At Mountain Mike's Massacre when I fell, I didn't know I fell because they all lifted me up. Or at the same place when I slipped on the water, and they also picked me up. But it looked like I was really sweaty, but I was just wet because of the rain.
And what's a band that you just love to see, like you think brings the performance, brings the show, like?
I like Dissociation, and I like Barrow, and I like Smelly Gaster.
And do you think you've been able to find community and a sense of identity within the scene?
I think so, yeah. Even though I stay by you all the time, but I think so, yeah. In general, like I've become friends with a few band members, and I feel safe.
Have you ever been to the Poop Deli?
Yes. Okay, the Poop Deli. It's honestly it's one of the best places I think I've been to. I get lunch there every day.
And what's your order at the Poop Deli?
So usually what I get is I get a double brown bagel with an extra poop smear on there, but sometimes I get a little sharp. Just a little sharp.
Okay.
But the last time I went there was corn in it.
Oh.
I'm not a fan of the corn on my Poop Deli double brown bagel.
Okay. Thank you for that. Oh. Okay. What's your guys' names?
My name's Heather.
I'm Tiana.
How long have you been going to shows?
Probably like 2 years now.
I don't know, like 3 months, 4 months.
Really? Only 3 months?
I don't want
No, it's okay. It's awesome. It's awesome in a cool way. You just look that cool.
Oh, thanks. I guess.
And what's your favorite memory of going to shows?
Well, I usually go alone, so probably this one because I'm with my friend Heather that I met at college, and then I met her friends. Oh, and also Bone Thistle's last show, that one was like crazy. So probably that.
The last Screamo night at the cafe, right? Is that a cafe?
Cafe Revolution?
Yes. That was like the best show ever.
I've never been there, but I've heard it's cool.
I don't have like a specific memory from it, but it was like the most memorable show I've been to.
Is there any band that you really love to see or that like you think really brings performance to the stage?
Like from here?
Like in any of the shows you've been to. Just like your favorite band to see.
Oh, my favorite band's Alisana, so yeah. But I don't think they play here. No? We're I Set to Kill. Yeah.
I like Snallygaster. they're lit.
Do you think you've been able to find like a sense of identity or community when going to shows?
Yeah, I made a lot of friends here, and I don't know, it's cool just coming here and automatically having a bunch of people to say hi to and give hugs to, so it's really nice.
I'd say I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm like shy, so I don't really like talk to people, but like I'm getting there, working out of my show.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna say hi to the dog.
They hate you and they want you to clear. You're not the chosen one. Like the chosen.
I was not a chosen one. I didn't want to talk to me.
Okay, you want me to turn it off?
You know, let's do a little vlog. Let's do a little vlog. So I can have some. Huh?
Vlog time. Vlog time.
Vlog time?
You just put it above your head.
Okay. Come with me.
I don't want to.
It is cold.
It's a little chilly. I think I'm okay. I think I'm an asshole temperature.
That left was our other vocalist.
Okay.
Because he lives all the way in like Phoenicia. Yeah. Our band's so spread out.
Okay.
I was just talking to them about how spread out we are.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, I'll like be at the venue. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fuck LA.
I told you he had a boyfriend. That's so funny. I'll walk over by the exit and wait for him to see me.
Bro.
Do I look like a trickster?
No, but are you probably it's not grape juice, it's not lace.
Stop! That was... Oh, there he goes. It was grape juice and it was from Felix himself.
Okay, what's your guys' names?
I'm Robbie and
I'm Alex.
How long have you guys been going to shows?
Since 2 years now.
I've only been going for a few months.
What's your guys' favorite memory from going to shows?
Mine would probably be when I got kicked in the face.
Oh.
The last time I came here and I got a scar from it. But
I honestly think Rap Mart was one of my favorite shows. For sure.
And is there any band that like you really think brings a good performance to shows, like you really love to see?
Not any particular, but it's also great.
And do you think being able to like be in the scene brings a sense of like community or identity for you?
Definitely.
100%.
Okay, thank you. So, what's everyone's name?
I'm Doobie.
I'm Rory. I'm Everett Morgan. I'm Mona.
And what band are you guys?
Blackberry Rail over.
What made you guys want to start playing together as a band?
I think me and Doobie met about it at first, and then we just wanted to bring it up.
And how did the band's name come about? Like, what brought the band name? Oh.
We'll talk about that day.
Oh.
It is a secret though.
It's a secret. Okay.
If you know, you know.
Other bands inspire you guys, or like sound-wise or performance-wise?
We are Charlie Kirk.
Oh.
Sorry, my bad. I really like X Clock Tower X as far as sound-wise and performance-wise.
I would agree. I was just talking with someone today about how placeholder influenced our little like rock that we have right now, and that like overall essence they have. Like they have so much, such a good stage presence. It's so good. I think everyone should listen to placeholder.
I don't know. I just been listening to like, well, I've been listening to music my whole life, like a normal person does, right?
Yeah.
Fuck doesn't. But I just like take whatever I've been listening to lately, and I just sort of try to like, I don't want to be like a boring bassist that is boring and just plays the notes. So I just listen to whatever this girl makes, and I just write something like that.
Clock it, yes.
What about you, Mother? I already answered. We are Charlie Kirk. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have any like pre-show rituals that you do, like warm-ups or anything like that?
I cook a lot. Oh, we
You guys cook?
Yeah, I
That's so cool.
set a table up outside the bake soup. That's a
Aw, that's so cool.
I like to walk around on stage while we're soundtracking. It shakes the sound.
That's true. I like to actually shake everything out.
I was probably doing that. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna know
I was
that.
really scared, but I also like before, like while I'm ready, I like to listen to a bunch of good music, so then I'm in a good mood, and it's like part of my routine. If I don't do it, then I get really scared.
Yeah, I also saw you mention that you played flute for like 4 years.
I did play.
Do you still play flute like often?
I was so nervous that I didn't play flute today, but
As I saw, I was like, you got the flute. Where's the flute at?
I know. I was so scared. I didn't like get it set up, so I was like,
You gotta play one day, though, trust.
when after recording, maybe. Yeah. But I did play flute for 4 years. I played all throughout middle school, and then I played during my freshman year. And I quit because I hated marching band.
I've heard that a lot from a lot of people.
Not a marching band flutist. I'm a concert flutist till the day I die.
Yes. And where do you guys hope to be in 1 year?
Playing more sold out
$1 billion.
shows.
I don't know, LA probably.
Hopefully, so we're just
Not like maybe next year. Not like move down. Like play down there.
LA is really nice. I've been there.
I hope
I'm manifesting you guys or do big, great things.
I just want to leave like something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to be remembered.
What's the best advice you've ever gotten musically?
We're the best music. Yeah, when DJ Khaled said that. Fuck. We're the best music.
You have to have fun with your music. If you're not having fun with your music, then you're not playing right. And if you're not playing right, you should have fun with it. And if you're playing for like a chore, then you're not doing it right. Like, you have to have fun. And I think one of the biggest things that we've gotten is that like we always look like we're having fun when we play, and we do. I always have fun when we play.
Yeah. It looks like so like emotional and real though. That's what I like about it. It looks very real and emotional.
It's like what Gandhi said. You have to be the change you want to see.
Yes, yes.
You gotta play the music that you want to hear. Like a lot of people talk about like different sounds they want to hear and stuff. Or like I want to hear more of this, or I wish that people made like that with that. It's like
Then do it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
let's pull yourself up by the bootstraps, buddy. Like, come on, we can like do this, dude. Come on, you can do it. That's. I used to be like scared because I thought like I wasn't good enough. Like I didn't know about like. Why are you laughing at me? I'm laughing at But yeah, I always felt like I felt anxious about wanting to create because I felt like, no matter what I did, it's not good because I don't have the experience, but you can't get experience until you do it. So you just have to start making music and eventually, you'll have something like that.
Yeah.
For me, I think taking yourself seriously is really important.
Yeah.
And like putting value into yourself.
Do you have anything?
What you're doing.
I was thinking something pretty similar to what Deep said. Just like you hear a lot of music, and you might think that like. I don't know. A lot of the time you hear another band play and you're like, oh, I gotta write a song that's just like that has that same vibe. And over time, you kind of learn that you have to find your own style, and you can borrow inspiration from a lot of different places. But whenever you're hearing another band and you want to sound like them, you always have to remember to add your own style to it because everyone's unique.
Yeah. And when you guys were in high school, did you have like a place like this to go to? Like, did you have a Gilman or like a Nine Lives or anything like that?
Fuck no.
Oh.
I was from high school during the pandemic and then in Marin. Ain't shit.
Well, I mean, almost all of us. Doobie's still in high school.
Yeah, I'm still in high school.
You're still in high school?
I'm a senior in high school.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's scary.
I mean, for me, I had the privilege enough of getting involved into like social justice stuff and ethnic studies. So I had the privilege of like going to hella conferences and all this stuff and like getting involved in my own community. And I was always kind of like involved with the scene. I was involved with the scene like very lightly for like a year, and then I got in because I wasn't scared anymore. But I don't know. I think people should go to shows too. I think it's a good way. I had like 2 of my homies who never got to a show come to my show and they were like, let us know when you have more. I think like it's fun. It's get involved, do something.
Yeah, I got into shows when the day I turned 15, I went to a show. And then I think most youth have a very different like perspective on the world and relationships and things they want to see change in. And do you think those differences make it important for them to have spaces to talk and get their change out?
Oh, well, yeah. I think it's important to have like, well, when anyone has a differing opinion of any kind, that's when it's important to have conversation. Especially when it's like, we're all very clearly like part of a minority group, visibly, and I feel like it's important to like listen to people that have come from these experiences. Because one of the most important things that I learned about privilege is that it's just not knowing what other people have to go through. And when you give voices to people like us or other disenfranchised people, like you learn so much about what other people go through and like even myself, I'm blind to a lot of things that other people are going through, and I wish that someone would just sort of tell me and like educate me on like the experiences that other people are facing, so that I can feel more empathy for them and do what I can to help. But a lot of people are just suffering in silence, and that's why it's so important for people to talk about this.
I think diversity of thought is really important. If you, in a healthy community, like you want to have core values that everyone agrees on, like you want to have those similarities there that everyone can agree on. But then, yeah, like we've said, you want to have different perspectives coming in, and you want to hold space so that people can listen and learn from people that they might not get a chance to talk to if it weren't for a community space like Gilman or whatever else.
Thank you. And then there was like a whole segment I had, but I only have like 7 minutes left, so I have to like cut it a little bit. But I think it was in September, there was a show in Concord, and it was a 925 show, and then I think someone like stole something, or stuff was stolen, and a few bands spoke out and said they would not be coming back to 925. And then it was so crazy because like during that week I had an assignment about what I want to see in my like community change. And I'm from Antioch, so like we have no shows, we have nothing there. And so it was like, oh, there's a 925 show, and then like the next day it was like, oh, so my community can't behave apparently. And Like, do you think, especially like come from someone who, because you lived in like, what city was it again? Like it was very enclosed.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I live in Marin City.
Yeah, and, like, is there a lot of shows there?
No, you have
Yeah.
to go probably half an hour in either way.
That's for us too. And
with
so
no
like,
traffic.
yeah, and do you think it's like, it's harder to put on shows for like more like, or less populated cities and like, is
Oh,
it like,
yeah, for sure, because
Yeah.
noise restrictions are, the smaller a community, the more like, yeah, or I guess the more like police are gonna respond to like small stuff like that.
Because they don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have shit to do, so all they're gonna do is terrorize people who are trying to have fun
yeah.
online.
And do you think it's unfair that bands have to turn away like other communities just because of a few bad people?
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I remember. Or
Okay, my bad. I'm not averse to playing in Concord again. I did get one of my cymbals stolen at that show, and I have not seen that ever again. So it's like, it's a bummer, but like, you're playing a free show in a skate park with like multiple exits. It's not like, you're not guaranteed like the safety of somewhere like Gilman or
I was
anywhere like
just
that.
talking about like something exactly like that. Like when it comes to hosting shows too, if you're gonna use it at public space, you can't. The security you have there, you can't do as much. Like you can't get people to pay. It's just kind of like whatever happens, happens. And I remember when the whole thing was happening after we found out everything got stolen. I was kind of mad, but I was like people were really excited. We had such a big crowd. Like we sold out of merch that day.
And another thing, that's why community spaces like Gilman are so important.
Yeah.
Because they provide like a safe space both emotionally and like literally there are people here that are all looking after each other. That's all.
Yeah, and then do you hope to see bands rise out of small towns like that and make shows more accessible?
No!
Absolutely not!
If you have to be from a small town, if you're from a small town, fuck you.
Yeah, we got no towns.
Yeah, of course we do.
We're all not from the same area.
I don't think it matters that much where you're from.
And then we got 4 minutes. Okay. And what is something that you want people to remember from your performances? Like what would you want someone to take away from your performance?
Consent is really important.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking just, I don't know. Be nice to one another. Fucking be nice, because no one's nice anymore, and people don't fucking like. They don't have human decency at all, and I think that sucks.
If you can't take the time out of your day to be nice to someone else, then you don't deserve to have that same patience given towards you.
Yeah.
I agree. And then what is something that you want to be remembered for individually?
Sorry, one more time?
What is something that you want to be remembered for like individually?
Just my life, like, I don't know. That's something I've always thought about, like, ever since I was little. I used to have, like, full blown, like, I would go insane. But I don't know. I think that we just live life to live life. And I think that that's what people should remember us for. Because, like, I don't know. I've experienced a lot of loss in my life. And I think the biggest thing has just been remembering the person for the life that they lived and the person that they were. And I think that's how we should all live. Like, we're all such amazing people and we all have our own stories, and I think that in and of itself is enough to be remembered for. Like, everyone's worthy of remembrance, and I think that it's sad that some people don't get remembered. Like, you go to the cemetery and see people with like nothing, and I'm just like, that's so sad. Like, they had a life, they had their own story.
Yeah, that's a question for my therapist, to be honest. I don't know. Man, you asked me that, I'm like, fuck, what do I want to be remembered for? But like, you know, it's the same thing as Doobie, you know, it's just what I, like, my actions and like, you know, my core beliefs, like what I really stand by as a person and the things that I put my time towards, like, stuff like this, like the things that I care about, obviously, the things that what I just said, like what I invest my time towards, what I care about, like that's what's important to me, that's what makes me what I am, and that's, you know, what I need to be known by, because that's what I am.
Buy funny t-shirts.
And buy millions of dollars.
Yes.
Like, thousands and
Yeah, I went over my
thousands.
Hellcat. In my mansion.
When I die, who am I without my vanity?
When I die, don't remember me for me. Remember me for my $1 trillion million.
For the racks I had.
Yeah, for my bands. For my
What
bands.
about you, Mona? When you die next week, how do you people
Whoa.
remember you?
Countdown starts now.
I can't answer that. I feel too threatened. That caught me off guard.
If you don't answer it, then that's gonna come quicker.
I want to be remembered as the drummer that fills in for every band, and that's why I'm here.
Yes.
Mona is every band in the basement.
Okay, that's all the.
There's the four I'm in. There's the one I used to be in. There's Bow Wow. There's Lear. There's Pete Danger.
You played with
Somewhere around 12. I played with Pete Danger like 3 times.
Well, those are all the
11 or
questions I
13,
had.
it's 12.
Thank you guys so much. It was really fun. It's also the first one I've ever interviewed, so.
It was awesome. Thank you. Thank you for interviewing.